Well, hello from the garage of Jaws Engineering / Racing. The other day, I saw how much more popular the 80E swap is getting, and it's probably time I actually show people what I've been up to. Pontiac Jeff Iatano, on Grand Prix, Bonneville Club forums was the first. He used a GM truck 4L80E trans control module and tuner cat to control his. However, I managed to figure out how to invert shift solenoid B, and I now run them with the 4T65E PCM with a few changes with Tiny Tuner and through DHP. This is our twin engine Oldsmobile. It's kind of hard to see with all the stuff in the way, but so a while ago I engineered some special brackets for this. And I'll show you what I got. This is the forward bracket. It is actually a sandwich bracket with spacers in between. Mounts solid to the chassis. Over here we have the rear bracket. I water jet all these. It's all adjustable. We were trying to see, make easy changes to CV angle. Try to get it set up right. It's still technically an Oldsmobile Cutlass. There is factory sheet metal everywhere. It's all steel. Now, the fun side. The differential. I water jet a nice little bracket. Bolts directly down to the block and the differential housing. Nice and easy to get to. Nice and sturdy. Even has a setup for zip tying your harness if you run it down under like I did. As you can see, there is an alternative bracket that's missing. And here, you'll see the monster mount that is also the low mount alternator / compressor area. We did want to actually install air conditioning at some point. It is going to get rather warm in this car. As you can see, the driver is not that far from the action. But for the differential, we'll go to this mess up here. You can see the bracket that's not on the rear. This is the power steering mods we had to do for the lines. And a little better view of that front mount. Just a whole bunch of mess. Front's pretty much ready to pull out and do final welding on tabs. And here's how we did the shifter. As you can see, I water jet my own brackets. Similar setup for the rear. You can even use your transmission mounts for your breather. In case some of you were wondering, those are the electrical and computer centers. The rear one's the same way. You just crawl underneath there, the whole thing drops out, you can work on everything. Radiator and heat exchanger. And one of the last things I think I probably should point out, the rear trans cooler inlet for the lube. I tried hard to find something to fit this, and it ended up being real easy. That is a stainless steel 4L80E right angle banjo fitting adapter for the transcooler assembly. You have to make sure it has the long neck that sticks out past the threads to go down into the center support of the transmission. That one has to be used in this position, but as you can see, plenty of clearance to the headers. These are pace setters. I haven't installed the front one yet, but... And that is 4L80E with the 3800 supercharged V6. It's just a whole lot easier to work on it when you're dealing with a 25.3 chassis. Well, hopefully this was a little bit educational. I guess if you want, message me. I do have the brackets sitting around. I have several of the diff mount brackets. Diff the engine brace. But hopefully this helps you out with your swaps. Like I said, the electronics side is insanely easy, and from what I understand, Dave Norris from Triple Edge Performance finally succeeded in modifying the bin file to recognize it as a 4T80E and control it accordingly with the correct shift solenoid B gate logic. Well, hopefully that helped you. You have a good one. Bye.